Warren Buffett, who has $44 billion and is in top billionaires in the world. His wealth was earned on the stock market by acquiring shares from different companies. 1. His biggest interest is the stock market. 2. Spending all his time and money on achieving success even as child. 3. Develops a way to find the right time of selling a share. 4. Buys with average risk, but profits, which compensate for the risk. 5. Uses his friends at important positions from university to get information for certain companies. 6. Biggest profits made by going against the market beliefs, but made with particular plan and direction. Warren Buffett is a business magnate in America. He is considered as one of the best investors in the world. Buffett was born in Omaha and was son to a U.S. representative and owner of brokerage company Howard Buffett. Buffett has his interest in business since school. He was selling gums, Coca-Cola, newspapers, magazines, and purchased with the money he won vending machine. He started using the stock market when he was 11. He bought a stock for $38 and sold it at $40, but then he saw that after 2 years the stock was sold for $200, which gave him his first lesson to invest in the stock market for longer periods. He tried to save all of his money and invested them into different ideas. At 14 he bought with the $1,200 he had saved of farmland and rented it to farmers. When he finished college, he had won $90,000 changed to the rate of dollars in 2009. Buffett entered college as in 1947 at the Wharton Business School of the University of Pennsylvania and studied there for 2 years from 1947 to 1949. In the year 1950, when he entered his junior year, he transferred to the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, where at the age of 19, he graduated with a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. After the completion of his undergraduate studies, Buffett enrolled at Columbia Business School after learning that Benjamin Graham and David Dodd, two well-known security analysts, taught there. He earned a Master of Science in Economics from Columbia in 1951. Buffett also attended the New York Institute of Finance. After university he wanted to start working in Geico Insurance, where his friend Graham was on the board, but was refused even for free. He wanted to work so much on Wall Street, but his application was refused. Therefore, he went back to Omaha and worked as a stockbroker. While taking a public speaking course, he started teaching a class at night for investment principles to people twice his age. During the same time he tried to purchase a petrol station, but his investment was unsuccessful. In 1954, Buffett accepted a job at Benjamin Graham's partnership, where his starting salary was $12,000 a year, which is around $97,000 adjusted to the rate of dollar during 2008. During this time Buffett married and had 2 children in a 2-year period. In 1956 the owner of the company retired, while the saving of Buffett had reached $174,000, which is $1.2 million adjusted to inflation in 2008. He used his savings to start Buffett Partnership Limited, an investment partnership in Omaha. From 1957, when Mr. Buffett started his 3 partnership, made them 7 in 1960. In 1962, Buffett was already a millionaire as he had access to $7 million and his part was $1,025,000. In 1965, Buffett invests a lot of money in textile company, while the textile industry is in a recession at $7.60 per share and the company had capital of $19 per share. Then Buffett liquidated his partnerships and transferred their assets to his partners. In 1969, he invested in a Berkshire Hathaway assets from his partnerships. The share price rose next year from $775 per share up to $1,310. Buffett's net wealth became $620 million, which put him in Forbes 400 for first time. In 1979, Berkshire Hathaway acquired shares in ABC. During the same time, surprisingly, Capital Cities bought the 4 times bigger company ABC. Warren Buffett helped to finance the deal and in return he got 25% in the combined company. In 1987, Berkshire bought 12% stake in Salomon Incorporated, which make them the largest shareholder, and Buffett took the director position. In 1988, Berkshire Hathaway acquired shares in Coca-Cola shares -7% of its shares. For $1.02 billions, which is one of the best investments of the company, and it still keeps the shares. May 1990, Buffett became officially billionaire when he sold shares from Berkshire at $7,175 per share. In 2002, Buffett went into a contract with $11 billion to exchange currency and won for 4 years $2 billion. Now, his recent projects has suffered seriously because of the recession. He has lost of around $6.73 billion, but even now he continues to acquire shares. He hoped for the takeover of Dow Chemicals by Rohm and Haas with $18 billion. Now, he has suffered with $25 billion from the recession. He says that it is really difficult to predict when is the exact moment to sell, as if trying to look through invariably fogged glass.